You're going into as we were promised.
A comeback at 3 goals.
I won't lie. Yes.
Yes. Champions League is possible.
100%. I do think in my head.
Dortmund scored 3 goals against Barca.
It was two possibilities.
And now you want me to sit down because this guy just walked into the
Kylian
club.
Mbappe is a sacrificial lamb. Because let me tell you something. He's playing a position he's not used to, and guess who's banging in the goals?
Who won it last year from that position?
Look at the Diego Kylian Mbappe. Dog.
Who won it? Look at the trophy cabinet. Vini.
He just arrived.
What if there's a player that's sacrificed for that Real Madrid team?
Star player position.
Jude is no longer at the level that he was at, because I think he's the only player that looked at the situation and said, "Alright, guys,
I'll step back. But also he's filling the shoes of your Tony Kroos.
Exactly.
So
this is the same Sundowns that gets beaten by Kaizer Chiefs.
Hear me? Wait, but that's an officiating issue.
I feel like
it's not.
No, it is everything.
No.
No.
That deserves its own segment, please.
Okay,
Let me
fair.
shine.
Now, we're gonna shine where?
Let me shine.
Where are you gonna shine?
The very same Sundowns.
Where are you gonna shine? Did you not see this? Does climate play a factor?
Very much.
Especially with these Egyptian teams and us here in South Africa specifically.
In general, remember Qatar World Cup, bro?
Look at the consequences of your thinking.
This is the team that no one thought of.
You can't even stand up right now. It's all cheeks. Look, putting down your underwing.
So does the derby element play into this? Because it's not just a final; it's a derby.
Finally, we check out the newest, freshest footballing show. But it's not just about football, it's also about the banter. It's on a league of its own. Onside the banter league. It's the banter league.
I'm not in the mood.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Not in the mood.
Not in the mood.
Greet the people.
He's not in the mood to drop his pants.
Look at him, fresh haircut and everything.
I'm always fresh, me.
Yeah, no,
support the team in
you know what else
Pirates.
is fresh?
Yes.
My boy.
Some BS.
Greet on
All right,
side.
ladies and gentlemen, we are back again. I don't think you guys understand how tough it was to start this episode, but we are here now, okay? Welcome back to another episode of Onside's Banter League. Angivaya ngiwane, ngivana machita my-2 yabazivele izinto zakhona makunama sapu, makunama VR, ngihamba no Des, no George.
Hi.
He's doing it again.
Why do you like to make this thing awkward?
Intro?
I didn't mess up nothing, bro.
Like you always just say, okay. Then now it's what's going on. I'm the one and only independent variable, your mama's favorite boyfriend and your girlfriend's baby daddy. My name is Desley.
Why did your voice go deeper, bro? Like, what's going on now?
Yeah, we'd be alone. You was mama's favorite boy. Yes. Yeah.
My name is George Mokwena, aka Mr. OT, the chief executive overthinker. That's your code.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Onside's Banter League. Good to see you guys back again. If you're still watching, Saktanda Naula Pamakaya, we see you seeing us, seeing you at the very same time. We know it's a Friday and the episodes are on fire. There's a lot of football to talk about. There's a lot that happened. We're talking about CAF Confed, Nedbank Cup, UCL, the Premier League. The list is endless.
You missed one.
You missed one.
I'm not gonna do this.
You missed one.
I think you missed a
one.
very important one. Hey?
Yeah.
Major competition. Ring a bell.
5.
What major competition?
5. I think it's
5?
like one of the top 5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Unless you guys get to it, I can't remember.
Oh, you didn't see Arsenal beating Real Madrid.
Yeah.
We need a
Something along
simulation.
those
It's
lines.
not real. I'm telling you. When you wake up next week, you
it's
realize
AI.
it's still Tuesday.
Do you know it's not real?
What's not
Something
real?
you said.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Shots, please. Right here.
I didn't do that thing.
Oh, okay.
Previously on Onside the Banter League.
It's scripted.
No.
This whole
not
thing
scripted.
is.
Do you know what's my favorite time?
Yeah.
12:55.
Ooh.
Do you know why?
Why?
It's 5-1. And do you know what time it is right now?
Rats.
Yeah, it's 5 to something happening.
Guys, I like
right
the pants.
now.
I must take off my pants. I want to get on this.
Okay, yeah. Yep.
Yo, don't moon the oh my gosh.
Okay, yeah.
Why are you dancing, bro? Why are you dancing, bro?
Ow! Hey!
Ashy boy!
Ashy knees!
Show the pumpkin!
Ashy knees!
Nazo!
Okay.
Ow!
All right.
Hey, man.
You got balls, my G.
No, don't lie to him. Like, that whole thing was ass.
Oh, you got nuance. Oh, you got nuance.
Yo, nah, this is nuts, eh?
Is this even allowed? Is this even allowed?
No, this is allowed on YouTube.
There's not there's no
According to the law, is this
BCCSA.
allowed?
There's no BCCSA
Yeah,
on
this
YouTube.
is allowed. This is
How?
allowed.
People got a blowjob on this thing. So now you're gonna be in your underwear now.
To be fair,
You
to be
chose
fair.
this life.
I lost a bet. Fine, I did say.
It's like he shaved his legs.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
like he's ready
like
for
he's
it.
ready for it.
Wow.
It's giving.
Shut up.
Guys, comment on how smooth Pete is.
Yeah, actually, everybody in the comments put peaches. Just peaches. And make sure they're the ones that move. You see, we didn't need Sign Bougie to get cheeks on the show. When you think about Okay.
Real Madrid, wherever you are, I hate you guys with a passion.
Oh, yeah.
I hate them so much. Ancelotti, Bellingham, Mbappe. I hate all of them. Thibaut Courtois, Zwap. Even
Valverde,
Zwap.
Rodrigo,
Lucas Vazquez and his old ass shot himself.
Modric
I'm so
there,
pissed, man.
turning 60-something, coming in, doing nothing.
All of them.
Oh,
Bums.
He's all-
You said all of them bums.
Bums, man.
Anyway, boys. So, clearly we know what you're talking about right now. It's Arsenal thrashed, not even beat. Like they thrashed Real Madrid with an aggregate of 5 goals, man.
Yeah.
5
Yes.
super amazing goals.
Yeah.
If you thought the first leg was impressive, then I guess again, my man. Because last night when we watched the second leg of the quarterfinal, Arsenal was just exceptional, man.
Incredible.
Mara, guys, I might be showing my age here, but isn't this what Arsenal did the last time we played Real Madrid?
But like,
You've only played them like less than 5 times in your entire life.
Oksalayo, didn't we? They've only scored 1 goal against us, Shem. Bazama.
Lazama, ne? And you guys say, oh, they've never now you can't say that again.
yeah, you can't say that again.
Yeah, but we can say that they've never beaten us.
Yeah, but and mind you, the margin is crazy also.
That was
The margin. The margin is the problem.
That's the shocking part.
I think
It's those 2 free kicks, they don't count.
the two free kicks
don't
don't count.
count. Yeah, so it's like
and then the
3-1.
Let me check my maths.
so it's 2 free kicks.
So there's still 3 goals.
I think is it
there's still
there's still 3
it will
goals.
still be 3-1.
It could have
Yeah.
been 4 if Saka didn't do the dumb shit he did with that
So
penalty.
what was Saka thinking, bro? You know, I said
know what he was-
So I'm watching the match with my cousin and I'm like, if this guy is in his head right now, in a Champions League quarterfinal at the Benebo, this bro must not dare and chip that ball. Not only did he chip it, bro chipped it to Beyonce, to the left. I'm like, what kind of a chip is that?
Like
No.
I looked at him like, boy, but you know what's crazy? Even with that bullshit,
He scored.
they still won.
Now, let's talk about
He
Saka's
scored.
performance. Let's talk about the overall
He
win.
scored.
Nobody cares that Arsenal won, to be fair. No one.
I think
Yeah,
a lot
because the game was done, to be fair.
yeah,
The game was 3-0 going into running. Who cares?
Ancelotti cares. Bellingham cares. You know how many I think Arsenal ran 8 kilometers more than Real Madrid. Kilometers, the whole team.
which is crazy because you're the ones who was chasing. So why were they running?
They were not chasing nothing.
Real
to be
Madrid
fair.
was chasing.
Ah, man. Let me tell you something. I'll say this again.
You were
I'll say-
chasing 3 and you couldn't chase it. You couldn't even get it. And then Ancelotti's there with this one eyebrow thing. He was like, you know that thing? I don't know why he speaks like this.
Mhlawumbe ushawe stroke. I was. You're actually thinking he's winking at the fence.
He's just there like,
Ain't no winking, bro. Mikel Arteta, bro. And I said this a couple of episodes ago. Matsi. Arsenal is trying to go under the radar and win possibly the Champions League.
I
If
don't know what you're
Arsenal
talking
wins
about.
the Champions League,
Ah.
it's the end of football. We will not hear the end of it. All the baby mamas, the single ones, the crazy ones, the local ones will be wearing red and white in the streets.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
those are my people.
We're still the underdogs.
No, you're
Job's
not.
not done.
Job
PSG's
Job
next.
is done.
I
You
don't
knocked out
know,
the current
Job.
champions.
Job's
Job's
not
not
done.
done.
There's so much they have to get through. Mind you, they have to get through PSG right now. Then they need to get through
Are you buying
the
into
finals.
this fake
The
humility shit
odds
he's
are
selling?
unsurmountable.
I'm just
Come
saying,
on.
Arsenal is having dog. This is exhausting when you really think about it. The
Arsenal
journey
fans
that
are
they're on,
exhausting.
they're
I love watching Arsenal
exhausting.
play, but Arsenal fans are exhausting.
You wait, huh?
There's a lot that they need to
Wait. You what?
Nah,
You no, let me hear that one more time.
What you say?
Arsenal fans are exhausting. I love watching Arsenal play, but
He loves watching Arsenal play.
I do. They're actually growing on me. There's this kid that you have at the back. What's his name?
Kivio.
He-
Oh, Luis Kelly.
he had what's his name? He had
Vini.
Vini in
Yeah.
the pocket, man. And
Yeah.
bro worked overtime, bro. I was just like, damn.
Like, watching that whole game was
Guys,
just
what were you?
beautiful.
Okay, let me ask. What was expected to happen in this game? Because
A
you're
comeback,
going into
as
a
we were
second leg,
promised.
a comeback at 3 goals.
I won't lie. Yes.
Yes, it's Champions League, it's possible.
100%. I do think in my head.
Dortmund scored 3 goals against Barca.
It was two possibilities.
Oh,
it was
sorry.
either they were going to win the game but lose on aggregates, or they were going to do that Madrid magic and somehow magically in the 96th
They
minute
denied us a penalty. That's what I'm
score,
saying.
and that's it.
It was a penalty.
You see how Marco coughed there? That's it. He knows he's talking shit.
No. Let's give them the penalty.
That changes the game. It changes the game completely. You don't go and score. Saka doesn't go and score. Martinelli doesn't go and score.
What? So one penalty decides that other 5 people are not going to
decides
score.
the rhythm of the game. Because this is what I thought in my mind. I think every Real Madrid fan will understand. Would say, I think if Real Madrid had scored a goal in the first 15 minutes of that 90, we would be talking a different story.
No.
You don't think so?
No. Okay. You can speak the momentum chat all you want, right? But the reality is the defensive style and play that Arsenal had that whole game, Madrid had no answer.
A goal gives
That defensive
confidence.
But
no,
to be fair-
a goal gives confidence. I understand what you're saying.
Can I make an
right?
example?
But mind you, a goal gives you confidence. You are still down 2. These guys just scored. Now you're still chasing. You're exhausted. Do you see how frustrated your players were throughout the entire game?
They were not pressing.
Extremely.
But to be fair, Real Madrid were on the ascendancy up until that VAR decision that took forever. I think that
the
took away
penalty.
the momentum.
Of the game.
Besides the penalty,
Yeah.
I think them being cold for so long, waiting for this VAR thing, took away their momentum. And I think that gave Arsenal back a little bit of control in that game.
And they did have that control because even the way they were killing time, you know what I'm saying?
From
They
the
were-
first whistle,
from the
bro.
first whistle, they were killing time. They were
Killing
making
time.
extra
I love
passes.
Saka, but I don't like it when he plays the victim, man. I'm
You,
just
huh?
like,
Oh,
I love
Manj,
Saka.
Manj.
You, huh?
I do. I think he's Arsenal's golden boy, but I think I don't like it when players start wasting time so early. So
Yes.
early, like a small touch.
But what are we
our
supposed
poor-
to do?
Oh, our poor Saka. Oh, don't hurt him. Oh, red card.
Right,
red.
what are we
Yes,
supposed
what
to
are they
do?
supposed? Mind you, also
Play
there was a
ball.
point
Play
when
ball.
Mbappe was down.
Just play disc, dog.
When Mbappe was down, there was a lot of time that passed. A lot of time.
Ah,
if he
guys.
understood, he would have stood out.
No, but he was injured.
No, I get that.
He
But
was
if you
injured.
were smart enough, they would have been like, okay, sort yourself
He's
out
injured.
outside
Saka
of
was
the
not
pitch.
injured once in the game.
Hear me out. What I'm saying is, he should have
he?
done it outside of the pitch.
How?
Let the game continue.
You were injured in the game.
They pick you
guys.
up and they take you out.
Come on.
Guys, you're going to the Bernabeu. You're playing the current champions. They've got Mbappe. They've got Vini. I am wasting time from minute 1. I've got a
100%.
3-0 lead.
I think that was
you
lovely.
have to beat me. It's not the other way around.
I was lovely.
I think to my point, the one I was trying to make earlier was that I think an early goal changes the rhythm of the game. And I say this, if you look at the Barcelona-Liverpool comeback, all it took was for them to score a goal within the first 10 minutes. Within the first 20, there's a second goal. So that gave us belief, gave the team belief. It's okay, right now, the aggregate is a bit smaller. But now we're talking about ifs.
when
It didn't
then-
happen.
when did
then-
Vini score that goal? At how many minutes?
Vini, I'll tell you now, he
But
scored the
then
goal
can-
at 67.
But then,
67.
67.
Yeah, see, but
there was
even-
no shots on target, wasn't it?
Nothing.
In the first
No.
half.
Yeah, there
But what I'm
wasn't.
67 is a long time till night. Not a long time, but it's an adequate amount
To
of
bring
time.
a 4-0 aggregate.
I
Because
like how you said that. 4. But you see, at least you would have seen some determination
There was
and
already
drive
4, bro.
since.
there was already 4, dog.
So you're telling me the motivation died when they hit
But
their
then
4?
can I ask?
There's 20 minutes
Can
left.
I ask?
At least something.
Can I ask? With
I don't
Real
know.
Madrid,
Like
with Real Madrid performing like it has been, was this the Real Madrid that was going to make the comeback? I mean,
That's why, you know what?
Kylian, Vini, Rodrigo,
It's the
They
roof.
haven't been.
They closed the roof to cook rice. That's what happened to Real Madrid fans.
Is this the water at Loftus?
Yes, it's the exact same thing. If the roof was
Why-
opened,
why-
the
what are
angels
you
will
talking
be able
about?
to blow the trumpets.
There's no water at Loftus.
They'll be able to blow the trumpets nicely. But then they lost. Okay, Real Madrid is out, and you guys are about to face PSG. Arsenal, I think this is where the pass ends. Let's make another bet.
Are
you sure?
Are you
Yes.
sure?
Are you sure?
Okay, go ahead. What do you
Let's
think?
bet. I think if Arsenal knocks out PSG, I'm dyeing my hair.
You done your hair red.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. And are you willing to also get into this wager?
Why am I getting to the wager?
No, because it's your team. It's your team.
Guys.
It's your team. If
Guys.
if PSG beats
The
Arsenal,
job is not
you
done.
dye your hair blue.
The job is not done.
I think this is a great bet.
the job is not done.
Red,
You guys,
blue.
What do you think?
Think about it.
As long as it's not a black dye,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
The job is not
Let's talk
done,
about-
guys.
it has to be red.
It has to be red.
Why are you taking away my? I'm the one who's humble here and says
He
guys,
lost the bet and never did jack
you
about
never
it.
did anything.
Nah, that's different. Mine was boring. That's why I never did it.
But you wore a United jersey?
I wore United jersey to compensate. Yes.
No,
But
I
he
said
wore it
Liverpool.
before on
I
his
said-
own
I
jet.
said Liverpool.
When? Which episode?
You wore it for
Our
vibes.
first
You wore it for
episode.
vibes.
The first episode. I didn't wear it.
First or second?
Anyway,
Yeah, you
You're
wore
talking
it.
about the pilot. No one watched that one.
So it was a jam-packed week of Champions League matches.
yeah.
We also had Aston Villa versus Paris Saint-Germain. And
Yo,
obviously
heartbreaking.
the aggregate was 5-4.
Shame, Rashford tried.
PSG went there comfortably.
Yeah.
They went to Villa Park. Villa Park, right? Is it?
Villa
Went to-
Park,
went to Villa Park very comfortable with obviously the goals they had. And but Unai Emery, man, like every single time I'm just still amazed of what this guy can do with just a team. And it's not just any team. It's Villa is actually a really, really strong team. And I saw them trying to cook a comeback. So close, but yet so far.
Can he do that next season though?
What, Champions League?
Is this a flash in the pan type of situation for an Aston Villa?
I think so. I think the signings that they have, I don't know. Like I said, I keep forgetting if Rashford is there on loan or but he's gonna go back because if he goes back,
No,
because
but apparently, I think I saw some allegedly speaking so that it's either they buy him or he's coming back. I don't know. United is just saying, hey. So I don't know, hey.
we go again. This man's form. Sorry,
Yeah.
I don't know why he wasn't shining like this at Barca. I don't know who was playing his position, but I think it was injury prone.
Madrid?
Dembele is just every single match. There's something. Gunechi A. Every single game that he's playing. Like, do you think if they win it, he deserves the Ballon d'Or? I know we have these Ballon d'Or chats all the time, but if Barca's not in it,
Well,
For League One.
well,
No, for League One.
yeah, wait. But if it's now La Liga with Rafinha, for example, now if Barca makes it to the finals, that's the finals for Copa del Rey, that's the finals for UEFA, that's current top of the league. Rafinha will get that Ballon d'Or. But
Okay.
well, no, because he's already number one for it, potential, right? So now we say League One, and then we say UEFA. Okay, I mean, the League One is already done. You say UEFA, and then do they win a cup? Did PSG win a cup? They by Le Francais.
no.
We'll have to-
I heard Marco Ellis saying 3. I think out of all the teams that are in the
Yeah, Inter can
semis.
also. Inter is in the finals of the Coppa Italia, the top of their league. Obviously, still in the running for the Champions League too.
So how do
so
you,
who wins it if Inter? Anyway,
no who wins
Yeah, no,
Arsenal
no.
versus PSG? Like let's get the predictions in.
wait before you go to predictions.
What?
PSG. If PSG wins
Yes. Yeah.
and Mbappe has been knocked out, how do you feel as Mbappe, knowing that you held that PSG team together
Yeah.
and you thought you were going somewhere better?
Yeah,
And
he is
then-
going somewhere better.
Well, he went to Real Madrid, but
Yeah, and
if they win it immediately after, how do you feel?
I feel great for somebody who just joined the club. I think he's had an exceptional season.
Oh, fair enough.
Like in terms of goals wise, his contributions to the team has been exceptional. It's unfortunate that the one thing he wanted the most was a Champions League, and right now since he joined the team, the current champions obviously he got knocked out.
Is this a hurricane type curse?
Oh,
No.
So guys, PSG have clinched the league, eh?
Yes.
They're champions.
They're
Obvious.
champions with so many games.
Obvious.
So many games to spare.
You know what I'm saying?
And cup wise, do they have a local cup? Or something?
Obvious.
They're gonna win everything. Every
It's
single
La
thing.
Liga, guys.
League wide.
Look, boys.
I mean, League One.
All
so-
I'm saying is that yes, being Mbappe must suck right now. But I
Okay.
think if Real Madrid were to get rid of Vini, that because the thing is, I don't think Mbappe can play striker. Personally, I feel like that. I mean, you guys can obviously have a different opinion.
But why are you sacrificing
Vini,
Vini?
yeah.
Who would you win if I were to say to you, I've got 2 players?
I
for you.
told
no.
you.
No. Let me ask you again. Arsenal's got the money to buy either Vini or Mbappe. Who, as an Arsenal coach, Arsenal manager, who are you bringing to the Emirates?
That's different. They need
No,
a
that's
striker.
different.
They
No,
need a
it doesn't
striker.
matter in any circumstance.
It's situational.
Listen,
For Arsenal,
on
because
any
they need a
under
striker.
any circumstance, as
Okay,
an Arsenal
here's-
fan, I'm saying to you, I've got the budget. You've got 2 options only in this planet.
And you don't have any forward
Brother,
No,
It's simple.
let
Guys,
him go.
this question is very
Oh,
simple.
look, I'm taking Mbappe, right?
See what I mean?
But,
Because
but, Vini won a Champions League last year. Mbappe
Yeah.
came in and he hasn't done anything. So in that context,
arrived.
who are you getting rid of?
in that context, if he won it last year, why didn't he win it again?
Because
And he's still playing
your
the
guy arrived.
He
He changed the chemistry of the team, the structure of the team. They did it for him.
No, if I think if Vini had given this bro his spot, we'd be having a
Why
different
would Vini
conversation.
give him the spot? I was a Ballon d'Or finalist And now you want me to sit down because this guy just walked into the
Kylian
club.
Mbappe is a sacrificial lamb. Because let me tell you something. He's playing a position he's not used to, and guess who's banging in the goals?
Who won it last year from that position?
Look at the Giega Kylian Mbappe, dog.
Who won it? Look at the trophy cabinet, Vini.
He just arrived.
That's Heike, he has a point.
He just arrived.
but I hear you.
No, but Mbappe yes, did just arrive.
Yeah.
Vini has more accolades for the club to stand on.
Yes, that he carried the club to.
100%. But look at the duration. That
So you
he's
said-
had enough time for him to accumulate enough trophies. But also in the same breath, is it now fair to say that Mbappe is ruining the chemistry of Real Madrid? Is that fair? Is that a fair assumption to make?
I said it at the beginning when we started speaking about this thing. I said it in the beginning. I don't think those four can coexist together. Four.
Who's for?
I count him,
Rodrigo, Bellingham.
Rodrigo Bellingham,
Okay.
and Vini.
Okay.
They can't coexist together. Real Madrid was essentially playing a front three with Bellingham as a sort of a
Rodrigo
a
was
10,
nowhere to be found.
A 10
I'd
type
put
of thing.
Saka there, man. If I was Real Madrid looking for a player, I'd buy Saka there.
Instead of
not
Rodrigo,
now,
no.
Chief.
No, buy Saka, Real Madrid.
Not now, Chief.
No.
Real Madrid, buy Saka, because you can buy anyone. You can buy anyone,
So then why aren't we sacrificing Rodrigo to maybe say these two can play together, but then you're not playing a pure wing. You are playing as inside forward.
Yeah. I think
Similar to what
He
Salah,
likes coming
Mane.
in from the left.
it's like a
into-
4-4-2
Yeah, but
type
can't
of
you-
thing.
yeah?
Like a 4-4-2 type of thing.
Yeah, he's sort of a 4-4-2.
Okay, I see.
But who will play on the left? Because my thing is, we all know Mbappe's strength.
That's
Whether
fine.
he
That's
plays for
fine.
international,
That's fine.
PSG, when he was at Monaco, he liked to play
But
on the
remember
left wing. And right now he's striker.
I don't think the problem is the positioning. I think the problem is the space. I think both of them are
He
fighting
can't
for
come
the
from
same
the middle,
space.
bro.
No, but I'm saying play him on the side and give him his own wing.
Yeah.
Give him his own space on that side.
On the
and
left.
Ask them to figure it out. Both of them. Whoever goes
If Vini
wherever.
can't sacrifice-
It's a space thing. That's what I think.
If Vini can't
Because-
sacrifice his position, then that club is going nowhere.
But why
as the
must
golden-
Vini
as the
sacrifice?
golden
Why?
boy.
But Mbappe's already sacrificing, guys. He's already sacrificing playing
He
out
just
of position.
arrived. He doesn't have a say
But
of
why
what
must
happens
Mbappe?
in
Okay,
Madrid.
if you guys were to be able to get, I don't know, who's a hot winger right now?
Salah?
Yeah, I'm going there.
Oh, Saka.
You've got Salah right
Saka.
now,
Or
right?
Luis Diaz?
Okay, so let's say Diaz.
Or Trossard, yeah.
Let's say Diaz is a player that could come in and possibly go and win Liverpool something. Let's say, ne? Won't give you the same output as Salah, but he's going to come in. Would you get rid of Salah?
Nah.
Then why must Vini do that same thing in that situation?
Because the thing is, in my defense, I would say that Diaz is not better than Salah. The same way I think personally that Vini is not better than Mbappe.
But I'm saying
the accolades I see.
But I'm saying I'm bringing you a winger who in the world is seen as somebody who can change Liverpool, like Mbappe was. So for example, Mbappe was coming into a team that was winning. And Vini had won Real Madrid the thing.
And
He
he's the
carried
one
the
who's
team.
carrying the wins.
Now,
we're talking about someone who scored a hat trick in the
Wait,
World Cup
wait.
final here.
I'm talking about a Vini who's won how many Champions
We're
Leagues?
We're talking
He
one
won
World
it because
Cup final.
Kroos was there. He won it because Modric was still there.
Yeah.
He won it because that solid squad was still there.
So then
I'm
why did
telling you,
Mbappe lose it?
we got to see Vini's true colors this season, guys. He ain't
you're
shit
saying-
compared to Mbappe. For me, he's great. I'm not saying he's not great, but not great.
Okay,
But
do you know
okay.
what- do you know
wait,
what-
actually, isn't this the same thing that happened at PSG? Where Mbappe was the star, goals and assists.
And
What?
He said, Neymar Messi.
Now it's time to go hold the trophy.
Bambig.
Isn't that what's happening? Are you sacrificing maybe a team's chemistry for a star player?
superstar. But also being him, would you agree that he's currently the best player in the world right now?
No, I would agree.
Right? Mbappe. Would you agree?
Okay, let me say it's
50-50-ish.
in the argument.
It's
it's in the
thing,
chat.
argument,
It's in the chat,
right? So with him being the best player in the world currently within Real Madrid, right? That means he's actually contributing something, right?
Yeah, he's got the most goals, bro.
He's contributing something. So why is he? I'm also getting to your point. Is like, why is he then supposed to be sacrificed if we're doing a sacrifice?
Because the car was working. And you went and bought a part that maybe doesn't
They didn't
fit
have a
the
striker.
car.
The car had a wiper that wasn't
The
working.
car was winning.
The
The car had a wiper that's not working, but now the engine is not going.
No, to
well,
your
the
point,
engine
man.
left also.
To a point, I think overall, I think the problem with Real Madrid now that I think they're facing is just their best players are gone. And I think for me now, Toni Kroos was the anchor, Luka Modric was the anchor, and those two people as anchors, especially in midfield, there's not a lot going on there.
Modric
Like
must retire.
I watched Bellingham and I was like, why do I love him so much? Because today I don't like this guy. There was no press. Rodrigo was just in swinger corners and everything, and in swinger close to the keeper, every single corner. Nah, bro, I feel like Asensio played better for me. Chouameni played better for me. Courtois tried his best. You know, he saved the penalty, but it was a cheeky one. Look, the penalty, he could have dived left, Peter.
Yeah, but he's long enough to be like
to come back from.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, man, sad news for Real Madrid. Let me know at home what you guys are thinking about where Real Madrid
Can
is
I just say
going.
something with Mbappe and Vini conversation? For me, I don't think it's a matter of positions. I think they just like the chemistry.
Yeah.
I think they're failing to develop a chemistry. They're both brilliant individuals. And I think if they find that chemistry, Real Madrid is going to be formidable. I can tell you that much.
I agree. Because, I mean, even when Ronaldo moved to thingy, there were still stars in that club, you know? But he had to wait, relax a bit until the chemistry. You're right. Actually, you have a great point there. You have a great
But I
point.
mean,
So,
who's going to be the bull in the kraal? Who's going to be the guy? And would Vini be willing to sacrifice that? Because
Vini
I
has too
think
much of an
I think
ego
the
to
tough
do
thing is that it's very tough to ask Vini to sacrifice because he literally touched the top of the mountain.
yeah.
And then the Rodri thing happened.
Almost
So
won.
you
Yeah,
get me.
almost
So
won.
now I'd be expecting, let's go the following season.
Yeah.
I want to be the guy.
Yeah.
And now you've brought.
I mean, he's got
You've
the
brought the
legendary
other
jersey
guy.
number, bro. Like, for example, he's also got the legendary number. And you're talking about someone who celebrates like this because he's got 5 of those. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Or 5 champions or whatever the case might be. But I'm just like you, to your point, I think you should have just carried on and proved to the haters that, okay, Rodri did not really deserve to win the Ballon d'Or, and I did, and I'm him. And he's been...
I feel sorry for
He's
Jude.
been...
man.
But...
I feel sorry for Jude. Jude sacrificed. I wonder if there's a player that sacrificed for that Real Madrid team.
Star player position.
Jude is no longer
Jude.
at the level that he was at because I think he's the only player that looked at the situation and said, "Hi guys,
I'll step back.
I'll step back." It's
But
fine.
also he's filling the shoes of your Toni Kroos as well.
exactly.
So I think he
Your
understood.
Zidanes.
You know what I'm saying? He's,
Classic
he's
people wore the
understanding
jersey
his
number.
position,
Yeah.
and he's holding it down well. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he's not playing at that level, but yeah, hey, we've been talking about Madrid.
Yes.
No, but it's actually good because, I mean, we are heading to the Champions League final closer and closer.
Yeah.
And we spoke
And they're
about...
not.
Yeah, I mean, Arsenal, let's go back to the people. I mean, Arsenal, Barcelona,
PSG.
Inter Milan and PSG, semi-finals, PSG versus Arsenal. What are you guys thinking for the match?
Who's starting home again?
Very good question.
But it's fine.
I think it's PSG.
It's PSG.
I think it's PSG.
Going away.
Yeah,
Okay.
let me
Arsenal
just
away.
see.
Arsenal in France, in Paris?
That's going to be important. I think Arsenal is actually strong when they start at home for some reason.
Because you guys can just like the aggregates.
Yeah, you
the
can sort of
goals.
set the bar and then maybe
Yeah, you guys
make
start.
we're starting at
Yeah,
home.
you're starting.
I think it will be a close home win for Arsenal. And then the second leg, that's going to be the tough
You
part.
guys think I'm going to score that many goals against PSG?
I mean, just said one minute.
You said.
I said one.
Well, you
goal.
mean the same amount of goals they scored against?
Oh, no. Me, I'm going low. I think it's going to be a far tougher match.
PSG has been phenomenal. PSG has been absolutely amazing. I mean, they did beat Aston Villa with, I mean, I had no doubt. It was so
Painful
close.
win.
It was so close. But yet so far, you know, Emre tried with the squad that he has. And I think if that squad, they can just invest a little bit more in the squad, maybe bring in 1 or 2 players, they could challenge for the Premier League if they wanted, because you have teams like Nottingham Forest who are just there in the Premier League doing the most. So I think if they just, for the fact that they're in the quarters,
So we're saying, and then
I say PSG wins. And let's, did we make a bet already? Did we bet already? Or was this
no,
a
this
dream?
is just conversation.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
you mean bet as in?
As in like who's gonna win, PSG versus Arsenal?
I'm more inclined to say it's a PSG win.
PSG win?
But also not by that much. You know, enough for when Arsenal goes that side, there's going to be a bit of a tough competition. I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park, considering Arsenal's defensive stature right now and PSG's momentum in terms of goal scoring. But yeah, I think it'll be a PSG win.
Okay.
And looking on the other side with
Barca?
Inter Milan and Barca,
Barcelona go through.
Barcelona, I think Barca will go through. I've been saying that. But then also, Inter Milan's
It's a
defense
strong,
is
man.
I think it's a
right
French
now.
and Italy
But
final.
also, I do think Barca
that's
will
conversation for another day. We've got a lot, gents, to chat about. So many things have happened. So yeah, I think we are doing the UFC, not UFC. Hey, Jesus, the UCL final live, right? We're not doing a watch along.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I
yes,
think
yes,
so.
yes.
So
we're doing a watch
be on the
along.
lookout for that. It's going to be an exciting episode
Yeah.
while you're still there. And I do actually before we before we do that thingy, before we move to Africa and Africa glance and what's happening in the Championship, I've got a game to play like the last time.
Okay.
Quiz.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to participate in this quiz because I know I'm dumb. Like, I'm just
He's hiding.
I'm just
hiding.
He's hiding.
I say Lali
And
does
also,
the
it's
quiz.
weird to do an episode in underwear. Okay, it's really weird.
You didn't do the quiz the last time
Oh.
either.
My brother, I'm gonna my answer lah.
Let
I
Lali
say
ask
he
him.
do the
Lali,
quiz.
you do it.
There's no answer.
I say you do the quiz, and then he answers also.
Right.
Okay, if you guys say that,
Super sub.
let me
answers, yeah.
let me
Want
do
you
that.
inside.
I'm dumb guy.
Okay, so here are the rules, right?
Ouch.
I'll give you 3 clues,
Okay.
Okay.
and then you name the player.
Okay.
Okay. Are you guys ready?
Born ready.
Of course, you are in your birth suit.
Yeah, you're basically pondering.
That's hilarious, bro.
Wow.
Oh God. Okay, I see it.
If I can just
know
retrieve
why I-
that.
I don't know why I want to blow this.
Player number 1,
Yep.
he holds the all-time record with 260 goals in Premier League.
Ellen Shearer. Is it?
Yeah.
At least let him finish. You were pausing us last week.
Sorry.
Okay, maybe we should have rules, right?
Okay. Finish the thing. Okay, my bad.
You
my
shout
bad.
your name
My bad.
if you want to give the answer.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Player number 2, captain Kaizer Chiefs for the longest time. He also captained Bafana. And he was actually the leading captain when they won the AFCON in 96.
George. Neil Tovey.
Danko.
So close.
I wasn't sure which one.
No, because
he
I thought his
talking
answer was
about.
George. I'm like, no.
Because his answer was George.
That would have been nice though.
Okay.
Okay, player number 3. Came through the ranks of Orlando Pirates. Right? He later joined Mamelodi Sundowns.
Nephew.
Died in a horrific car accident.
George.
George.
George. So what are you saying, but Giftly Rem.
Danko.
Oh, man.
She was like, George.
Can I just say
Vroom,
the
vroom.
Can I just say the answer though? See.
Why are you saying his
He's
name
not
also?
used to playing games. Eh?
Yeah, no, he's not
I'm used to hosting games, man.
Yeah. Hey.
God damn it. Jeez. All right.
Okay. Player number 4. Captained Ivory Coast national team and is the all-time top goal scorer. Hola?
PD.
Yeah.
Didier.
Danko.
Didier Drogba.
So,
I don't know why I was thinking
George 3,
Costa.
I'll let you have
PD
that
1.
I'll let you have that one.
And he was your player.
Fuck.
Was there Chelsea clue in there?
No.
There wasn't nothing.
Nah, there was not a Chelsea clue. Okay, last one. He was player of the season for Ajax Cape Town.
Wait.
George.
Okay.
Serrero.
No.
I
knew it.
Quebec. Okay.
He had a stint in Turkey.
You had a what?
A stinking Turkey.
A stint in what?
A stint in Turkey.
A stint in Turkey.
What's a stint?
It's not Serrero.
No, it's
No,
not.
Serrano was
A stint in
Dutch.
Turkey.
Last one?
And is a current assistant coach to a Cape Town team.
The Cape Town team.
Yeah.
Oh, George.
Yeah.
George. This guy's trying to say exactly what he's saying. But he doesn't know.
Oh, no, wait. Was it Ice Cape Town? Manyama.
Yeah.
Oh,
Manyama.
Manyama. Let me come Manyama.
Yeah.
Yes.
This game is let's not do the name calling thing.
That was the game, guys. Name the
yeah.
player.
Those you take the cup.
Always
Always
takes
is
a
on
cup.
fire. When I
Always
even
takes
get your own player.
I'm just chilling.
It's okay.
I'm
Next time you
just
must
chilling.
ask the questions because you see now
I'm just
it's
chilling.
not nice on the other side. Okay, let's move on to CAF.
Okay.
Africa has
yes.
been busy. Now we've got a semi-final preview. Now, team is Mamelodi Sundowns versus
The big one.
Al
Al-Ahly.
and Orlando Pirates versus Pyramid FC.
Yeah.
So I asked you guys earlier on, do you think a South African final is possible?
It's looking very possible. I'm looking at Al-Ahly and Sundowns, and I'm just like, okay, cool. Sundowns is 1-5. Al-Ahly is 1-4. It's very tight.
Sundowns that get
No,
beaten.
no, games,
Sundowns that
games,
gets beaten by
games.
Kaizer
Oh,
Chiefs.
Hey,
no,
Des,
as
please
in-
clarify.
Sorry,
Des.
head-to-head games, right? It's been like that, and even the last time we played them, was like what 3-0. I think it was like 3-0 or something like that. It's looking positive, right? Versus Al Ahly, but also we're playing Loftus, and cool. Going that side, I don't know how it's gonna be like. You know what I'm saying? So I am looking at it as a bit of an unexpected game. As in, I don't know what to expect. But in terms of, could we have a South African final?
I can tell you what to expect.
What?
Sundowns is going nowhere. And let me land. This is the same Sundowns that gets beaten by Kaizer Chiefs.
Hear me? Wait, but
I
that's an
say-
officiating
I
issue.
feel like
It's
that.
not.
No, it is everything.
No.
No.
That deserves its own segment,
It
please.
deserves-
Okay,
Let me
fair.
shine.
Nah, we gonna shine where?
Let me shine.
Where are you gonna shine?
The very same
let me
Sundowns.
come.
Where are you gonna shine? Did you not see this? Did you see it? Did you see it?
And are you through?
Ah.
Danko. Hey, no, we'll get to that.
No,
I'm just saying.
it's fine. We'll find about that.
This
when
is
we
the
get
very
to it.
Sundowns that couldn't beat Pirates the other day. And you guys are telling me these guys are going to be in the final of the CAF. Like, make it make sense. Yes.
I'm looking at history with
I
Al
see-
Ahly. I'm looking at history.
No, but the history is
I'm
that
looking at history.
The history is that Mamelodi Sundowns stumbles here. Semi-finals is where Mamelodi Sundowns
Stumble most of the time.
This is the biggest test for them, and Cardoso has to show that he's different to the other coaches that have come before him. Because this is where they lose. I think Al Ahly's beaten them at another point.
Yeah.
They haven't made a final ever
us-
since
they beat us
2016.
Yeah.
So I think what the tough thing for Sundowns is that you have that thing hanging over you.
Yeah,
You know
Funa
that
leading, yeah.
say
Every time I
Funa
get
every
stuck
time
here.
That's a hunger.
Yeah,
Shaiwalana.
It's a
yeah.
hunger.
And you're facing Al Ahly. Al Ahly is won it the most times
They've got
by
this, they've got stars for days.
by far.
By
Team of
converse,
the
I call them
century.
all stars.
Current holders, they've faced every single team,
Yeah.
and they've beaten every single type of team that you can bring. So I think that's the tough part. That it's not even going to come down to style of play. Al Ahly doesn't care about.
It
the
doesn't
style
care.
Of
They
play.
care
just
about winning.
They just want to win.
They just want to win,
So
yeah.
that's going to be the tough part for Sundowns, and I think that pressure is going to weigh heavy on Sundowns more than the pressure of Al Ahly having to beat Sundowns. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying, and I do completely agree that yes, there is this overcasting shadow of this is where we normally come out, and now we're playing Al Ahly. I get that, but also, guys, let's look at hunger and determination, right? We're looking at we've lost to Pirates, we've lost to officiating with Chiefs. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't say that on the scoreboard. but anyway.
You know what I mean? Now I do feel like Sundowns is looking at it like, okay, cool. Mine's the league. The league we can chill. We're resting. But now it's
But
like,
they want the Champions
we
League,
want
bro.
this.
Yeah,
that's,
but-
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Is like there's more hunger for this, and I feel like it's going to be.
Isn't that a bad thing, though?
No, you can look at it both
That's when
ways.
you want something.
Yo, but you can look at it both ways. You can look at it like I want this so bad, I'm gonna put my all in it,
Okay.
or it's going to create extreme nerves, which will impact the way that the players play. It's a double-edged sword, but I am quite confident that Saturday is going to be an interesting game.
I think one of the tough things is that Sundowns is at home first.
And how is it tough? Because the fans are going to start ripping the stadium off again.
No.
Or they're going to water the stadium again.
Al Ahly is not going to come to play.
Oh,
That much I can tell you.
No, they will play for sure.
They're not coming to play football. They're not coming to try
It's
and
war.
go
I
pound
think
for
it's
pound.
war.
No. Those teams, they're coming for a 0-0 here.
And
Frankly,
trash.
they're not going to try and do anything. We saw it against Pirates earlier this season.
Interesting.
They were like, no, we know what we need to do. We're going to go over there,
talk.
limit damage.
Yeah.
And then when we go back to Cairo, that's when we're going to
Cairo,
use the fans.
Loka
and-
Forbes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
Aye, man.
Oh, Nkosi yami.
Para Prince Mfana.
No, Angiti, Egypt, Cairo. I thought that was the AKA.
With a C.
Think of the mummies.
He's on side now. He's on side. Okay.
Let's wrap this topic.
Wow. Okay. Scorpion King, I see you. But yeah, man. So so I get your logic when you're saying, Guti, Al Ahly is going to come here for a draw. Make sure that they don't take anything going home. If they do get a goal, they'll be lucky.
Yeah.
Do you think that's what the strategy is going to be to try and beat a team like Mamelodi Sundowns? Because I think when Al Ahly is sitting there and they're watching the match that we played against Sundowns, they're looking at Pirates are like, this is a great example because the Pirates is team enkulu. Singafunda kubona ukuthi iSundowns sidla kanjani.
There we go. There we go.
And also Kaizer Chiefs, like you also a Kaizer Chiefs supporter, you watched that game. Why do you think Sundowns lost that match against
Officiating.
Chiefs. Just hey.
Officiating. That's all it was.
Oh, okay.
It was all officiating.
Base now tie those together and explain
Yeah.
why
and,
we think
violence and pulling and tearing shirts and
will be a
stepping
threat.
on
Your own
heels.
player tore his own
He
shirt.
did not tear his
He
shirt.
tore
He
his
was
own
in,
shirt.
You know what happened?
He
tore the
tore his
shirt.
own shirt.
And then in that hole, he was like, "Look, you see."
No, he didn't. He turned around and he went. And
You're
he looked at the
lying.
ref. But it's fine. But it's fine.
So
Alleged.
manje after he did this, which means Akasana Buntu.
Wow.
At the end of the day, officiating was the problem. That goal wasn't offside. I rest my case.
I think what Chiefs showed is that you have to be disciplined.
and you pay the refs.
You have to be disciplined.
And you pay the refs.
Okay, Des.
How many offside goals did you guys have last season?
Don't worry about
How many
that.
times did you
I'm trying to help you. This is
Where's
actually
your
going to help you.
envelope? Where's the envelope?
This is actually going to help you because I'm trying to make us understand why Sundowns these days is beatable and why it's going to be tough
No,
for them.
it's
Because of corruption.
Man, come on.
Yeah, banda.
When Sundowns,
Anyway.
when
No.
Sundowns
So
loses-
it's a situation of, I think what Kaizer Chiefs did was come into the game and respect it. So against Mamelodi Sundowns, you're not going to go pound for pound.
Yeah.
Your first thing that you have to do is to try silence their strikers, silence their play. Defend. And, you saw it with our defenders. Cross was playing as a third centre back instead of
not even
playing
one
as
cross
a winger.
the whole match.
You are in with the puns today, ain't
What's
you?
happening?
That's what happens when
So Cross was playing as a third centre back instead of playing out wide. So Chiefs' weakness over the past season has been playing everybody up and being vulnerable in attack, in defense, like on the counter. So they played him as a third centre back. They pulled everyone back. Modi was a defensive wing. That never happened before. So if you look at that as a glimpse to what Al Ahly is going to do, that is their trademark.
Similar.
Sit back. We just need to be defensively
Hit them on
strong
the
right now.
counter.
We need to suffer. And then if we get our one or two chances, you score them.
You convert those
You
chances.
convert
quite
those chances,
early.
you go home. But usually when they go away, they go, no, we're going to do that and we just want to draw.
Logic, George, with that same logic, saying Al Ahly is going to come to Loftus and they're not here to play. But it's Sundowns also home ground advantage. I think also they will try and put up fights because, we are in the Champions League quarterfinals, right? Semis, right? So I think it's going to be a really, really tough round. Both the legs. But I think I see Al Ahly maybe just slightly being over Sundowns. And not because I'm a Sundowns hater, it's because I'm a Pirates fan. That's
Well,
why.
to be fair to Sundowns, if you speak to Sundowns fans, they always say the same thing. They always felt as though they have bad luck when they go away first and they come home because that's when Vala scores an own goal that becomes a 2-2 that we did beats them to go through. So they will also be trusting themselves because remember, Mamelodi Sundowns is not like a new CAF Champions League team. The lasers, the smoke, the fans, the what. It's not something new. So
lasers.
Laser. Hey, dog, it's a disco there. But it's like they trust themselves to go and win in. It's what they did in the AFL, for example.
Yeah.
I think against Al Ahly. So it's very interesting, but it all comes down to Cardoso. If Cardoso are shaker, Al Ahly is going to beat them because the thing that beats Sundowns has never been that they've been outplayed. The thing that beats them is you just need one moment where you're unfocused. That's all those the teams up there do. Yes, Tunis beat them home and away. One chance, one goal. One chance, one goal. That's how they lose. So that's going to be the challenge for Sundowns.
Mamelodi Sundowns versus Al Ahly this weekend.
And
So
pyramids.
But also while we're still in Egypt, there are pyramids being spoken about. It's also.
Yeah.
The one interesting thing I want to mention about Leme Chilena is that obviously it's not going to be played at Orlando Pirates. And the reasons behind that, the reasons why they don't want to play at Orlando at Orlando Stadium instead FNP. It's not the Muti. It's because I think Chiefs must just give us the stadium.
It's actually anti-Muti, actually.
Anti-Muti. I see that. But I think it's because obviously around the Easter time, there's obviously a lot of churches or organizations of such.
There's one
they use the stadium for their facilities.
You guys talking about ZCC? Yabuz.
This is not more
asking.
Why are they going to Orlando? They're going to Moria.
So in an article on SABC Sport,
But they're still chasing a star. Eh?
I see you. I see you.
Hey.
Cooking, Ghost. Cooking.
What you guys do to this man?
Cooking. So a lot of Pirates will be facing Pyramids, and I don't know, for some reason I'm feeling very optimistic, but I don't also underestimate a team if you guma semi-finals kanjalo. So there will be a fight, and we're playing at home,
Well,
FNB
Home-ish.
Stadium. Oh,
just ask us. You must ask Chiefs
Isn't this what they're
to
home?
take the
Kaizer
keys
Chiefs,
again.
wherever you
They're gonna
are,
walk again
Ask
around
them,
the
ask
stadium.
them to hold the keys so
Yeah.
that Pyramids
must walk all the way.
Cape to Cairo.
No,
too.
but those ones,
Kaizer
they
Chiefs
built
fans,
pyramids.
started with Tinishe in Tlanta by the stadium. Thank you, because we're gonna bring the other star. We might share it when we win it, unless you play in the competition at some point in life. But Owamanje, can you please just bless us?
Kana, who was the last finalist, South African finalist of a CAF Champions League?
Who doesn't have a star?
Who was the last finalist? I'm just.
Okay, it's Kaizer
Anyway,
Chiefs. We get it.
thank you.
I have a question. Now obviously this is open to interpretation, but does climate play a factor,
Very much.
especially regarding with these Egyptian teams and us here in South Africa specifically?
In general, remember Qatar World Cup, bro?
That's why we want to play them at 3, because it's winter that side.
Right.
So you try and bring them into the heat. That's why the last games were played at the times that they were played.
Yeah.
To try to take advantage of that. There was also trying to take advantage of Ramadan that was happening at that time.
Oh yes.
So it does play a factor. I don't know how
Do you think,
big of a factor right now.
I've been thinking about that the whole week. Was just like, okay, cool. I'm not familiar with Egypt's climate, right? But then
I'm
I've
familiar
always-
with Sundowns one.
It's just there's nothing
Water.
there.
Just water the grass.
No, that's not climate. That is just
Rain.
making sure the facilities
Gets
are
out
up
of
to
here,
par.
man.
complaining
Gets
about
out of
water.
here.
My water's relevant because their water they mixed it with. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. How do you feel about the whole climate chat? No, let's not talk about not the Sundowns part. I'm talking about with the Egyptians.
Real
and
climate.
us.
No, I agree with George. It helps a lot, especially if you take advantage of your current situation and then you play in a scorching 35 degrees, of
Take them to
Johannesburg,
Limpopo, man.
they will
Polokwane.
sweat. Yeah, I think so, but
No, but in terms,
in terms of climate, in that regard, yes. I mean, the local teams will have the advantage.
yes,
Yeah, 100%, because we are here. But when you're that side,
Gaband.
I mean, really, in Egypt vibes.
It's
This
winter.
guy
That's
thinks
Is it winter
Egypt
aside?
desert. That's all.
Yeah, I'm thinking Egypt desert, no grass, just sun.
Nah, but
That's what I'm thinking. But
but to be fair for the game, I think Pirates has the best chance to make it to the final. I think Pyramids is also a new team. It's their first time in the Champions League too. So we were watching two debutants in a sense going up against each other. Pyramids is new money. Essentially, they've changed. They've got a new investment. They stole some Al Ahly people. They're building a team. They're currently number one in
it's
Egypt.
becoming our own El Clasico. It's like the Soweto derby used to be big, but Sundowns and Pirates rivalry, but Sundowns versus Pirates is becoming like an El Clasico
Why?
vibes because I'm imagining an all South African final.
Aye, man. As the Chiefs, anyway. No, so what's gonna play in Pirates' favor, I think, is that Pirates has maybe more experience in terms of playing games of consequence. They've played way more games of consequence. They're in the Nedbank Cup final. They've won the MTN 8. They've won the last 2 of each of those trophies. I think they're also a new package in the Champions League because you have to get used to them. So if it comes down to both teams being equal, let's say, they're also unbeaten in the Champions League.
Yep.
Comes down to them being equal, I would go with Pirates because I don't think this is new. Like, this situation is new to them. They've had practice in heavy games.
Ish. So let's talk Nedbank then.
Okay.
Let's talk Nedbank. Mamelodi Sundowns in the conversation again. Like, I feel like this is not a Sundowns show. Also, guys, stop winning everything.
Treble.
Stop winning everything. So let's talk about Nedbank, which I still do think Pirates
Is going to win.
into
Why? Why do you think Pirates gonna win?
dog into It's like Real Madrid in Champions League. I feel like
Did you see what happened? Look at the consequences of your thinking.
This is the team that no one thought was
You
going
can't
to
even
win.
stand up right now. It's all cheeks. Look, putting down your underwear.
So does the derby element play into this? Because it's not just a final; it's a derby at Moses Mabhida. Do you think that motivates anything more? Does it make it bigger? Does it make it
it's
harder?
rivalry. It's one of the biggest rivalries we have in Africa, man. So more than anything, I think I heard what's his name? Arsenal legend. What's his name?
Thierry.
No, the other one.
Wright.
with the goal to Ian Wright,
Oh,
talking
yes.
about, I don't know what I was watching, but he said something about exciting football, elsewhere.
Derbies,
And he
yeah.
just mentioned Orlando Pirates versus Kaizer Chiefs. And I was like, damn, this fixture is actually really, really that big. And I think this also going to help Kaizer Chiefs to salvage their season, quote unquote. I'm not saying they're having a terrible season, but we know where their standards are. On the other hand, the Pirates, dog, like they've been exceptional. They've beaten the champions at least once this season. They are in the semifinals of the Champions League.
CAF.
They are here. So I doubt Pirates will let this one slip, but also I'm not gonna underestimate the Kaizer Chiefs because they are like big game. You said Pirates are the big game player.
The biggest big game team in the country is Pirates.
Big game team, but I think Kaizer Chiefs, when coming to this rivalry, it's always different. It's like Man United could be shit, could be trash the whole season, but for some reason when they play Man City, they just out here like.
Do you know what?
What?
You're so right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, no, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah,
I'm agreeing with you.
Like, I think Kaizer Chiefs is going to pull another masterclass, but I'm always hoping for Orlando Pirates to win. How do you guys see the matches go?
Well, firstly, I just want to say Chiefs is playing Africa next season. We're going to be playing in the CAF Confed.
Congratulations, Makosi.
This result has put us into the CAF Confed. Hopefully we can win that. But okay, in terms of the game, look, it all depends on the approaches. We saw the last Soweto derby was a very close, I think it was a 1-0 win by Pirates. Very, very close. We didn't expect it. I mean,
No exciting.
when we were at the stadium, it was literally, I think Modi could have scored in the first 5 minutes. And that maybe, like you said earlier, could have changed the game.
Momentum, yeah.
But I think the final is going to be KG. I think Nebi is maybe learning now that you put away your ego when you play these games. You don't need to go pound for pound. You don't need to do these higher grade things. So it's going to be close, but I'd still edge it to Pirates, to be honest with you. Again, because of the experience of playing at this level. Chiefs as hotheads. If you ever notice Chiefs games,
It's an embarrassment,
they can
though.
lose themselves.
Yeah.
It's an embarrassment for Kaizer Chiefs to have not won anything in 10 years. Like, to understand that when you're mentioning a team like Kaizer Chiefs and you're
Why
thinking
must he mention these things?
10 years, nothing.
Do you know
Like,
what's crazy? He doesn't
Zero
care.
he always
does
He doesn't
this.
care that like you are in a net bank. Like he doesn't care.
Like,
how many finals that you're not going to win? It's giving Man
But at least
United.
does Man United get to finals?
well, they've won.
They've won one. They're out
So
here, my brother.
to that point, anyway.
But
Really?
I think also Kaizer Chiefs is going to go into this match thinking with the Pirates is about to, iyavala la gap leyana ye legacy yale of the cups that they've won, especially net game in net bank. I'm saying Kaizer Chiefs.
Sorry, you said net game.
I know, brother. Sometimes I speak faster than my mouth, and it's a weird thing that happens. But so I was saying with Kaizer Chiefs has a lot to lose. They do have a
Nothing
lot
to
to
lose.
lose. Their legacy is at
Nothing
stake, my
to
guy.
lose. This
After
wasn't
10 years.
expected.
Yeah,
This was after 10 years. Were you expecting Chiefs to be here? Why would I expect them to go win?
So really, what do they have to lose?
Pirates is more to lose because NetBank is after the season, but it's because a lot of things can hinge on this thing. Jose's leaving, all of that is happening. You've already got the MTN 8, but then if you don't win these
But
trophies,
it's going to be
what
so
does it do?
exceptional, hey, for Jose. Like when you really think if they win everything, well, except for the league, but like it's going to be
The league is still
No, Champions
still in the
League.
air.
Champions,
not Champions
if he
League.
wins, if he wins the Champions League,
Club World Cup.
Shem. No, forget that. If he wins the Champions League,
He'll
you
be the
realize that
greatest
he's
Pirates.
one of 3
Yeah.
coaches in South African football history to win that thing. Like it's huge. Sundowns has been knocking at that door for how long?
For a
Since
very long
2016
time. For a
when
very
they
long
won
time.
it. They haven't been able to go back. If Jose does that, he's not one of the greatest Pirates coaches. He's one of the greatest South African coaches ever.
Yeah.
Well, South African based coaches ever.
So they are very Orlando Pirates is very close to equaling 13 titles here, Kaizer Chiefs of this competition. So there's it's a lot more than just you guys not winning it for 10 years.
Damn, y'all had
It's-
to wait for us to lose for 10 seasons
Yes,
to catch
yes.
up.
Yeah, dude.
Yo.
I mean, think Liverpool,
Think
Manchester
about
United.
the winning that was being done by Kaizer Chiefs.
Kaizer Chiefs had the glory
big-
days.
the
We
Eagles,
literally
yeah.
sat down for
They
10
did.
years.
Look
They
at the
did.
smile as he talks to the camera.
Hi, guys. In my time.
They are not fighting you.
In my
It's
time.
him in your time.
But yeah, man, Pirates beat they booked their spots by beating
Marumo Gallants.
Marumo Gallants. So shout out to Marumo, but spy.
But before we move on, that was a very interesting game because the conversation Yamahopa carries on.
Yeah.
People don't like Machupa.
Kashwela.
No, Machupa the striker.
Oh.
People don't like Machupa because they feel as though Pirates is selling its soul by playing that type of football instead of playing faster football, putting in Mbabasa, who was a top goal scorer last season. So they're saying that this Pirates, this defending, they're not going forward as much.
That's how we
they don't
second
have
in
as
the
many
league
chances.
and in the semi-finals of the Champions League. That's what I'm saying. Most of these people are probably rival fans telling us how we should play, so that when we come to their stadiums, we must be all attacking. Then now they must just.
So are you fine with? Would you be fine? Because there's a similar conversation happening with Sundowns because they slower, they're defending, blah blah blah, whatever. Do you think that is an issue for South African football? That we are going away from ushugela, technical ability, all of those things, and we're going towards, frankly, a very North way of playing. How do you guys feel about that? That the North don't care.
But do you think
It's a defender, Sikora one, we go home.
Like a westernization of African
Yeah,
football.
like it's invading our football and maybe we're selling our souls.
Everything
here.
has become technical, and I think once we have technologies like your VR embedded into our African football
Then
on a
Chiefs
daily,
won cheats.
like there's a lot of things that are gonna change. So I think the style of football changes with the time, because. Not we miss the old school football when it take serious, not inte serious yang impela when we level offside siropiwe la, and the only thing we can do is complain. But now Sorocha won't have VAR. So I think technical play is a good thing, as long as it gets to the points and wins the trophies.
Do you think that our football could win these things?
I think so. I think they could. But also anything that you put in the hands of men, gonna corruption, dog. Gonna corruption.
like Chiefs.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if someone tries to rig a game by putting a magnet inside the ball or something to make the ball roll back from a line or roll away or stop. Or when Sundowns fans lose, bruh, they always blame the
everything.
every single thing.
What are you doing? That's fine.
So for the final, guys, the Soweto Derby final, just quickly touch on that one. Do you think the venue selection makes sense?
Well, remember that the venues aren't selected, they're bidded for. So eThekwini bids most of the time, the
finals.
most. They pay for a lot of the things. They pay for team travel. They pay for everything that a sponsor of the league, they take away the monies that you'd need to book the stadium. They pay for the police. They pay for in some cases, they pay for the prize monies.
Yeah.
Actually. So it's all about who bids the most. And they're doing it because they know that weekend,
Big
everybody's
ballers.
going to go that side.
Super fans book
The
hotels.
Tourism is just
They're
going to
gonna
make
stay
sense.
for the week. They're going to go to
Bravos
Shaga.
Hall.
You get me? They're going to do all of the things.
Whatever you do, don't stay at the Royal. Because I have no Wi-Fi there. No, I was there last week. Touring table. I have no Wi-Fi.
On blast.
No, I have no Wi-Fi. No, ikona maribamba downstairs. So let's say if send you WhatsApp and we say 15. But I go we pants.
But nothing with Royal has money, so
Not that. What kind of Royal have you been? How many Royals have you visited in your life?
I just know Royal FM.
Namanga. Any other Royal for $50? Tell me any Royal.
$50?
Yeah, any other Royal you know.
Shit,
Royal AM. Come on.
That's what I meant to say. I said FM. Royal Eagle.
He said Royal FM. I was like, you know what? Maybe
I
there's
meant
a station like that.
AM, FM.
Oh my
FM.
God, did I say FM?
You said
You
FM,
switched
my
the
guy.
station.
Did I say AM?
You're in the wrong frequency.
Yo.
You're in the wrong frequency.
Long life.
So Moses Mapida Stadium is always going to hold. I think it makes sense.
Again.
It makes sense because if it's not here in Joburg,
Yeah.
where else could you play Soweto Derby? Not Ellis Park. It's
Mara,
West.
Cape Town, Free State.
I hear you, but they're stingy. They're busy saltering the ocean.
Saltering.
They're busy trimming Table Mountain. That's why they will not get nice things. Because KZN is saying, as in, our investments, all to you guys, Tatani, and I think since KZN is one of the biggest provinces, it's going to make sense for the football culture that side, for the people to get to enjoy.
Mara would have banged at FNB though.
Ah,
FNB.
It would have banged,
The
like-
Derby final.
I know.
Because
Gauteng.
But
You know
let's
what I'm saying?
showcase our other stadiums. I feel like we've got amazing stadiums. Why would
But we hardly see FNB in these things. We've seen Moses Mapida. I think they've hosted how many times? It's more than 10 times they've hosted finals, if I'm not mistaken.
So you're
What
against
hosted
the
World
picking
Cup?
no,
of
I
Moses
don't like
Mapida?
Moses Mapida. We've seen it.
When World Cup was here, where was it hosted?
Everywhere.
Chief.
Damn, there wasn't a specific stadium.
Why would you host the World Cup in one stadium, Des?
I don't know. When you really think about it, just
King
makes just
Let's go by 2K.
extra problems. Yeah, just host one, bro.
They were everywhere, bro. They were everywhere.
No, the stadiums were built for that. But that's why I'm saying that we've seen Moses Mapida. I've seen it enough.
Yeah.
Calling knockout was just there.
Yeah.
The final. So Why again? And the MTN8 finals and all of that.
It's great weather as well. And also, so I think it's good for tourism. but let's move on. Let's move on quickly before we go to the PSL and the action that's happening this week. Let's talk CAF Confederations Cup. Two coaches. Coaches, the best of their game. Steve Barker, Nofadlu Davids, clashing, Stellenbosch.
And Simba.
So, talk to me.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You had Fadlu. He took Pirates to the CAF Confed final.
Yeah.
Him and Mandla Ngigazi as co-head coaches. Now that Jose is leaving, would you bring Fadlu back?
No, ngifuna la coach Amazulu.
Atazwani?
No, Arrows.
Oh, Mangoba.
I've said this,
Yeah.
and I feel like you planted the seed, and since then I haven't stopped thinking about it. No, I want Mangoba. Pel, that's all I want.
Okay.
Give me Mangoba. Would you take Mangoba, Ghost, at Pirates?
Now.
See what I mean?
You said no.
Coach
He said
Mangoba.
no.
Coach Mangoba. Klora that. He said now.
He said no.
No.
He didn't say now. He said no.
Okay, I take back the data. Sorry. Why?
No.
Not our style.
I feel like local coaches battle at Orlando Pirates,
Valid point.
Pirates is better coached, and you can see in the history, it's better coach, like coach that have been successful at Orlando Pirates in recent years. It's coach that are from elsewhere, And for me,
Maragos Fadlu got you to a Confed final. And
yeah,
Mandla.
yeah, look, but they couldn't. Even Tinkler did.
Yeah,
Tinkler and Roger, they did, but they couldn't get it out. They couldn't get it over the line. When last did Orlando Pirates win something? It was the treble. Who was coaching? Rudy Kroll.
Rudy Kroll.
Yeah.
Rudy Kroll. So I don't know, but maybe. But before you continue, look at what happened when Kevin Hunt joined Kaizer Chiefs.
But he did well though.
Relatively,
compared to what he done it.
No. He could have taken us to a star. Remember, he was fired prematurely.
I know.
Prematurely is crazy.
No, he was fired prematurely.
Like you have to be fired, Mark.
No, it was a shock, guys. It was a shock.
Yeah, but I'm hoping that Jose changes his mind. That's all I'm saying.
No,
Simba versus Stellenbosch.
You guys have already posted everywhere.
I love this. I love this for Stellenbosch. I love this for South Africa because we've always needed a strong. Marumo Gallants got to the semi-finals, I think it was. Stellenbosch now getting here is amazing. The fact that they're going to be playing a coach that comes from here too.
Yeah.
Like a guy who, guys, Fadlu relegated Maritzburg United.
Allegedly.
Is a company.
He's a business now.
He relegated Maritzburg United and everybody looked down on him after the Pirate season.
Yeah.
And then he popped up in Morocco.
Yep.
Won the league invincible with Zimbabwe, former Pirates coach as well.
Invincible as in he was not defeated.
He was not
match.
defeated.
That's crazy.
Not defeated and he won the cup.
As an assistant though.
As an assistant. Yeah,
Yes.
Zimbabwe was the head coach. Then he went to Simba and now he's doing great at Simba. What that signifies for me is that local coaches can be big coaches.
No, local coaches.
I take what I said back. Local coaches are the best.
No,
local
they can
coaches.
be.
Local coaches doing the most in they are being local in Tanzania because Simba is from Tanzania's
Tanzania,
Premier
yeah.
League division. And I think they're second on the league right now. So it's
Yeah.
not a bad team that Stellenbosch is going to be playing against.
Right.
But I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great battle. Stellenbosch, of course, I think play a very African game.
Yeah.
They are the South African team that sits back, hits you on the counter.
Yeah.
So it's essentially what happens in Africa. So I don't think it's a surprise that they got up to this point. Outside of the fact that they struggled a little bit in the groups.
100%.
But they've gotten here, and I think it's a great thing for South Africa. I think I'm going to go Stellenbosch to win this game.
No Uncle Waffles. Tanzania Sashaya.
Wow.
I think we're going to be fine.
This is like his 13th pun.
No, right?
Yeah,
That joke was
I'm
underdressed.
I'm underdressed for the occasion.
It's compensating.
I'm compensating.
Or trying to draw attention away from the fact that your cheek is shown on that camera.
Nigga, those are my balls right there. You mean?
You're jockeying into position.
You think you are funny. Not funny. Anyway, let's wrap it up right there.
Yeah.
And let's move to some action, Premier League. Where do you guys want to start? Because I have a lot of things to say. But I just want to say, officially, Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk have signed their contracts. And we had a conversation outside and you guys were saying, who would you have let go?
Yeah.
If you had to let go of one out of those three.
Yeah.
And
Trent.
I think it was a unanimous decision. Would say I think Trent would be the
should
one we
go,
let go
yeah.
because Van Dijk is arguably one of the top centre backs to ever play this game, and Mo Salah is in that position also doing exceptionally well. He's breaking so many records. I mean, guys, Liverpool
Every time he talks
it's
about
weird because
Liverpool
45,
players,
your GA for the year, 45, dog. 45. Like, Man United doesn't have a 45 GA in 2 seasons combined.
Yo, United, we apologize. Gift, sorry.
Is he a Man United fan?
I believe so, because every time we talk
That's
about
why
United,
he-
he's always
Ah,
sorry,
those are right,
gift.
Gift.
Hard boy, hard
Gift that keeps giving. But yeah, so I mean, the news is out, and obviously people are speculating, and apparently Salah really said no to like millions of dollars from Saudi, and obviously,
It's too early for me.
hey,
It was too early.
it was too early.
Too early to go to Saudi.
It was too early because
But could this be one of those kiss of death contracts?
in terms of like,
In terms
and then it's
of-
gonna dip.
Yeah,
after
like
signing
you
this.
sign it, now you're happy, you're signing for the club, you're emotional,
Yeah.
it's my home, what. Usually,
Usually,
Tank.
shikukukuku.
So do you
I
think it's a 2 kiss of death contract
it could be.
With
It
Van Dijk?
could be.
with Van Dijk as well?
Van Dijk?
Yes.
Hayi bo kahle mfethu. Kahle bo. In fact, I asked you guys this question earlier off air,
Okay.
and I asked you who is in your top 5 best centre back of all time in the Premier League. At home, participate. We want to hear what you guys have to say.
John Terry's in there for sure.
Let's start with you. Name all of your top 5.
No, John Terry for me
Yeah.
is one of them. I think I'm an Arsenal fan, so Adams is in there for me.
Okay.
I'm going to put maybe controversially Sol Campbell there. I think Sol Campbell was an incredible defender. We'd have to put in Van Dijk. And then the fifth one, yeah, that's a tough one. I'm thinking about Rio. I'm thinking about Vincent Company.
I was thinking Vincent as well. I was thinking Vincent, Terry, Van Dijk. Did you say centre backs or just
Centre back.
Centre backs.
Yes.
You know what's mad, ne? Is when I'm looking
Stone.
at who ba ne?
Stone.
Stones.
Don't-
Stones.
Stones.
I'll put Maguire there. Get out of here.
What was
man.
Stones?
Get
I'm
out
putting
of here.
Stones in.
I'll put like Lihuat in this list.
That's crazy.
I'm just not crazy.
That's a great player.
That's a great player.
Lucky.
I'll pick Luckily Lihuat over John Stones
Very.
anytime. Njayam. You know what's crazy?
what's
Is
so
that
big?
arguably everybody would say it's Terry. John Terry is the best centre back of all time in the Premier League. Is that because mainly he has more titles?
No, they're the best defense in history, if I'm not mistaken.
Talk about him, his individual performances.
No,
I understand
I'm
pair
saying-
ups make you good.
No, I'm saying as a defense, I go with that. Peter Cech is one of the best goalkeepers for me because he has the record
Yeah.
for clean sheets, you
Yeah.
know.
Over
That's yeah.
Premier League, yeah. So
Then you've got Terry with the leadership, you know, things like that.
five Premier League titles, boy.
That's why I'm saying for me, Terry is up there for me.
The best of the best.
Who's your top 5?
Van Dijk
In number
is
1.
my top 1. Terry, second. Maybe.
You ranking them?
Ferdinand.
Rio.
And Rio ain't too shabby. I mean, he got 6 Premier League titles, bro. Like,
Very.
who's scoring against you, my guy? I don't know about Company though, but Company is actually a great centre back. Was a great centre back, and
Now he's slipping.
yeah, you said Adams and Campbell, right?
Yeah.
What about Vidic, bro? Like, you're not even mentioning Vidic. Mtanaban.
Whenever I think of Vidic, I see the Torres highlights. That's all I see. Hi, that ruined him for
Yeah.
me personally.
So those are interesting signings. Arne Slaughter on his way, I think officially now. He's on his way to win his first Premier League. Let's talk about the other matches. Battle for top for the top
But I don't know,
5
Ghost,
now.
did you want to add
Ghost-
some people?
No.
Okay.
Who did you want to add?
No.
Harry Maguire.
Jamie Carragher.
You know what's funny? Gabriel is not on the list.
No, it's too early.
Okay.
Those are
I respect
legends.
you for saying
Those
that.
are legends.
I respect
like,
you for saying that
Are
because
we betting?
yeah, no,
I bet now. Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
I bet
I was,
right
I was
now.
thinking about it because I was
I
like,
bet. And while we're there,
Tony Adams?
I have something to share quickly with
that's
the
why,
guys.
yeah.
Okay.
Tony Adams and Sol Campbell.
Before we turn at there's
I
Nest
thought about. I didn't hear
Guys-
you. You said that, yeah.
on Betway. Interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Let me read you this thing.
Let me read.
Let me read it to you because I need to make sure the English.
Are the bundles up?
Yes. On Betway, guys, right now, if you didn't know, we can bet a total of at least 10 Rand or more on Betway Premiership games, and you'll be rewarded with 10 Rand extra bets and 10 bonus flights on Aviator.
Yeah.
10 bonus,
Oh,
10 free
crazy.
flights at Ortambo. Just
Oh.
meow. All the way Cape Town
So
International.
if I bet, so 10 rand. And
Sometimes
then,
10 pieces.
do you say 10 rand on 10 games or just 10 rand in general?
You'll be rewarded with 10 rand extra bets and 10 bonus flights on
So
every
this can
winter.
be like even one game I can bet.
Bet a total of at least 10 rand or
As
more.
long as you put in 10 rand.
rand.
On Premiership games.
Okay, on Premiership, yeah.
On Premiership games.
Yeah.
So no need to enter, just make bets. I'm
to post
tailing
that.
at least 10 rand to qualify. Obviously, terms and conditions do apply. Single bets, multi-bets, placed pre-match and live will qualify. So those will qualify. Only the first cumulative 10 rand bet each week, Monday to Sunday, will qualify.
How's it like being a bet influencer?
Mina, it's doing okay, but I don't know how to withdraw the money.
Or the bet influencer?
Yeah, it's sitting there. Chief.
Iko Namar.
But it's there.
It's
So
there.
meaning it's working for you.
No, bet influencer is working 100%, but I haven't reaped the rewards of it yet. I'm gonna taste it.
Tell the people what bet influencer
Bet
is.
influencer is basically when you are trusting yourself and the bets that you've put on your list there, then there's a code that gets generated that you can share your winning. So if you're a regular winner or sometimes you're Bama, sometimes you're Liwa, you can share your codes with your friend, your uncle, your cousins on your Facebook group, WhatsApp status. So some people will trust my slips, which win 60% of the time, if I'm being honest.
30.
60. It's not even 50-50.
20.
No.
Or you end up doing a show in underwear.
Yeah. Hi.
No, this bet.
Exactly.
You know what's funny? On my slip, I bet Arsenal to win.
Wow. So you were lying to the
I
people.
don't lie. Me, I'll tell you what I want to happen. But when it comes to money, I put my money where my mouth is. Literally, that's what I do. So
I feel like Uko's caught you with the pants down.
So what happens when, like, let's say so if I bet on your slip.
So how do I make money?
Yeah, how do you make money?
So I think it's a percentage. I'm not sure exactly how much the percentage is, but I think whenever somebody places a bet
With your slip.
with my slip, whether the slip wins or loses, I get something because obviously you are sharing,
You are the
you're encouraging people to come enjoy betting.
You
And
have
also
influenced.
yeah, not for people under the age of 18 and bet responsibly, guys, please. And gambling, winners know when to quit. Who's the favorite between Aston Villa and Newcastle? Newcastle, quarterfinals in the Champions League. No, I mean Aston Villa, quarterfinals eliminated in the Champions League. Newcastle in a final.
I still think it's Aston Villa.
Why?
Me too.
Why?
From the season because Newcastle has been fighting into the position that they are right now.
But
Third, by the way, sitting on the Premier League.
Third in the Premier League. Well deserved. Great attack. Aston Villa, cool. The problem is you people what you like to do is like you like to take results from UEFA and be like, oh my God, this was gonna. No, Newcastle. I truly believe they're gonna thrash Aston Villa.
Thrash.
Cool. Right? Not okay.
Bro, you know they've got five points just between them.
5 points between them is good enough.
It's like 2 games.
That's fine. And this will be one of those games where they thrash Aston Villa. We can talk about their story. Oh my God, they
Aston
almost
Villa's got
made it to
They've got the same points as Chelsea. What are you talking about?
We're not talking about Chelsea right now.
We're talking about how good Aston Villa is.
I'm talking about how good Newcastle is.
Okay, so we'll put your money on who? I was saying just both teams to score because I know there'll be goals.
It might be a draw.
Just
eh?
both teams to score, bro.
Both teams to score.
Both teams to score.
I'm still putting my money on Newcastle.
But on my personal slip, I'm definitely putting Aston Villa for the win.
Okay.
Fair.
And then, last but not least on this list.
last
but not least.
Yay.
Last but not least on this list. Sorry, tongue twister. Right? We are getting somewhere. Guys. We have got Manchester United versus Wolves.
Wolves have been going through a very...
No, they're there at the bottom. They're all
They're
they
all
don't have 30-something
there.
points.
They're all there.
They're all there.
This one is just it's training. This one.
It's training.
This
So
one is
Wolves for the win.
or.
Of course, Wolves for the win.
Saying.
Wolves.
I don't know about Wolves for the win. How do they do with Tottenham again?
Anything with Tottenham, bro.
This is,
come
guys, this is going to be a draw, guys.
Like a draw, like a 1-1 draw, like a
Doesn't
no
matter.
draw.
It doesn't draw, Chief.
I see you.
Amorim's
I
going to
don't
be
know.
crying
I
again.
feel-
Every time we talk about Premier League, it's like your eyes get smaller. But we talk about Premiership, George's eyes get so big, bro.
George loves the
It is like
PSL,
I mean, this is why he's part of the team, bro. This is because
Telling me
he's
about
our
Wolves
X factor.
here. Wolves.
And then, obviously, the champions of England for 2024-2025. They'll be playing against Leicester City. Liverpool record 5 games, 5 wins, 1 draw. Leicester City is on a decline with 2 losses, 2 draws. and 1 win.
Fine. Liverpool's going to
Liverpool,
win.
but
I
Liverpool
don't-
or draw. Let me land.
I don't think you had to put all these extra
Like,
stats.
just-
Liverpool top of the table, top goal scorer, record.
Oh,
breaker.
my favorite
Favorite
time of
my favorite time of the day is 12 something 5-2-1. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Let me live.
I did that once. You do this every week.
Because, guys, it's a good season for me to celebrate.
Let's
What
finish
if I
the
don't
show,
win the
bro.
league in the next 30 years, bro? You don't want me to enjoy this now. I must tell my kid I never enjoyed when we won the league. I'm going to enjoy it now.
He's gonna enjoy watching
this
you in your
much.
underwear right now, but
Yeah.
hey.
What's up, Malaiti? This is what happens when you bet your money on Real Madrid. Sus. Dinaga, please. Okay, last but not least, obviously we know Kevin De Bruyne.
Last but not least, twice.
Last but not least. Last but not least.
Hey.
So we good with the slip?
We go with the slip.
Okay.
I think Liverpool for the win. Quick transfer rumors. Quick one. Apparently MLS is trying to get De Bruyne.
Yeah, that would be a good bag.
Yeah.
Which is it, Chicago?
Who cares? It's in America.
That would
bro.
be a good bag, especially with America taking the Club World Cup now. The World
World
Cup.
Cup,
So he's probably going to align
An
himself in an
ambassador
ambassador type role.
It's gonna be crazy because he's gonna be playing for a club that's 8th on the table right now.
Joe, who cares about the table?
I'm just saying.
Nobody cares.
Chicago's a trash team in the MLS, but it's fine. He can go there just to keep dust off his career.
You know who's bored right now in the MLS? It's Messi's bodyguard. They told him he's not allowed to go in the field anymore. Bro, he's so bored. He watched Messi take a selfie with the kid. He's sitting there frowning.
Isn't there someone that wants to make like a farewell game for Messi and Ronaldo?
No, Carlos Tevez for his farewell.
For his.
He wants to bring the two of them together.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Because they
thought
were teammates. He's
Yeah.
Argentinian. He played for Manchester United
And then
with
also, yeah.
Ronaldo.
That'll be cute.
I don't know. I thought it was like a hey, those two must also just retire.
Nah, man, relax.
That's
He's
just
still going
retired.
Man,
crazy.
that's an invitational, fun-friendly game.
Ronaldo now hit 933 goals. He must retire. It's
There's-
fine.
Sundowns must retire. Yes or no? Yes
There's
or no?
certain- Modric retire.
Yes or no? George, quickly. Arsenal talks with Bayern Munich star Kingsley Coman.
No. No, thank you.
Yes or no?
No, thank you. Why?
Yes or no?
It could be a good addition.
No, thank you.
If they could add Sterling, why wouldn't?
Yeah,
why
because
wouldn't they
Martinelli is
add?
actually like...
What did Sterling do?
Did you say they can
no,
add
thank
Sterling?
you.
Martinelli is
Crazy.
low-key
So why not
trash-ish.
get a new fresh winger? Why
He's
go for the old
He's playing
guys?
top football.
Jesus was playing top football. What happened to him?
Because he got nailed to the cross.
That one? No. Come. No. Real. Damn me up. That's actually tough.
we could have passed over
It's
that
been a
joke.
long show, yeah. And this episode drops on Good Friday.
Shit! Actually! Happy death day, Jesus.
Okay.
It is.
I care.
Guys, if you celebrate the passing,
Joe,
you
Just say
celebrate the
thank you
resurrection.
for watching and subscribing.
Thank you for watching the show, guys. And a big shout out to Cristiano Ronaldo's on his way to 1,000 goals. On his way, I'm not saying he's gonna. Apparently, the other 30 goals don't count because it's in Saudi. It's been your boy, Petey Jokes, and I'm chilling here with Desley and Overthinking Football, George Aswakhalebisi. It's been Panther League on side. Sui.
Ow.
Let's do speeds one.
Sui.
3, 2, 1.
Sui.
Sui.
Finally, we check out the newest, freshest footballing show. But it's not just about football, it's also about the banter. It's on a league of its own. Onside the Banter League. It's the Banter